institutions have come together and formed Global Talk Education Foundation, and in collaboration with Government of India and Government of Maldives, I'm sure you will be able to reach thousands of principals and teachers. It's the teachers and principals of schools who mold our future generation, who give direction to our young people and steer the world towards a better society.
We have Madam Mansa Pandey ma'am, we have many other guests, invitees, school leaders from the southern part of the country, my board members of the Global Talk Education Foundation and CD Foundation, and the organizing committee, the person behind it, the company behind it is the Smart Tail, Swaminathan as well as Aslam. Let me tell you, Center for Education Development Foundation is connected with almost 28 states of our country and 19 countries globally with the support of Smart Tail.
भगवत गीता के आप समझेंगे और उसके अर्थों को समझेंगे तो भगवान जी ने 5000 साल पहले कहा था कि ऐसा युग आएगा, कलयुग में ऐसा समय आएगा कि पुरुष लंबे केश रखेंगे, सामने है। ऐसा समय आएगा कि कानून केवल धनाढ्य के पास रहेगा। ऐसा समय आएगा कि जो मजबूत होगा हर तरह से उसके पास सारी व्यवस्था रहेगी। आपने अफगानिस्तान की स्थिति देख ली। इन सब चीजों को हम कैसे ठीक कर सकते हैं? केवल और केवल एक ही हथियार हमारे पास बचता है और वह शिक्षक, वो आप लोग हैं। इसके अलावा अब कोई और चारा नहीं है। कितने भी लोग आ जाए इस धरती पे जन्म लेकर, समाज को अगर ठीक करना है, समाज को अगर मजबूत बनाना है, तो उसका केवल और केवल एक ही वेपन हमारे पास है और वो है हमारे शिक्षक, हमारे प्रिंसिपल्स, हमारे टीचर्स। इस कंपनी के सीईओ मिस्टर स्वामी जी से मिला, उन्होंने मुझे प्रोजेक्ट दिखाया ऑफिस में। एआई के ऊपर जितना बेहतरीन इनका प्रोजेक्ट है, बहुत ही अच्छा है और बहुत छोटा सा 6 या 7 रुपीज या 8 रुपीज पर मंथ का एक बच्चे पे खर्चा आता है। आप अगर इन चीजों को अपने विद्यालयों में लागू करेंगे तो बहुत फायदा होगा।
It will do only the things that you want. आप उनको बताएंगे कि हमको क्या चाहिए इस प्रोग्राम से, क्या कर सकता है, हम अपने बच्चों के साथ क्या करना चाहते हैं। I quoted these 2 teachers exactly for this purpose. Do you understand what you want from the machine? Do you understand what you want from managing technology? Technology should not guide us. We should guide technology. You will be overwhelmed, but don't be overwhelmed. Question it, and that's our USP.
This is a product that is being built by the teachers, by the school educationists for yourselves. To all the educators over here is that please support Indian, even if you don't buy Smart Tail, no issues. Please buy something which is still Indian and beat the hell out of that. We are capable of building world-class products. Our main ethos has been enabling and empowering the teaching community as such. What we do is we have this product called as Deep Grade. In one sentence, what does it do? Is it grades the handwritten descriptive answers of the students.
One is enabling. How do you enable people to get into digitalization? Technology is the key, but it's not the soul. Technology enables you to do something. You have to adopt it. And that is how there will be enablers. Brilliant work by people from SmartTel, they are enablers. They can only enable you to do things, but they cannot do anything on their own. That is where learning comes into picture. Artificial intelligence helps you learn. But if you don't take the learning into perspective, none of the learning machines can work. The more you engage, the more you get empowered. Right? Again, I've been very honored to see the videos coming from tier 3, tier 4 cities, right, from the perspective. And that's what is happening across the world. People are trying to engage with the learning system. Artificial intelligence is nothing but engaging. If you can engage well, it will empower you to do things, and then you would utilize your brain to do something which is much, much more bigger and better. That is changing lives. That's what is important.
With the pandemic situation and the national education policy, we see here, so far we were worried about the critical thing, creativity, collaboration, and what we call it as the communication skills. 4 critical C's. India, Narendra Modi launched his program Safal, wherein on 2021, on the eve of the first anniversary of National Education Policy, he determined to bring 1 million learners as AI learners and wanted to grab this opportunity. The world should be dominated by India. The AI intelligence should be the property of the Indians. So we need to move forward in this direction. So the thrust of the national education policy also, the similar way it is enshrined, and we need to move forward in this direction. Position of the AI, or what we call it as the technology, has changed its position from left to right side of the teacher. From left to right side of the teacher, where it is inalienable partner in teaching process. You cannot deny, you cannot minimize, and you cannot dereliction also. So that is how the technology role has taken a major role in this one.
They did mention empower, engage. Anything without R&D will not be a good beginning. And I'm sure you will all accept it is, I don't know if AI is a boon or an evil, right? It has its challenges. And yes, doctors are worried whether it will replace the doctors. Teachers are worried whether it will replace the teachers. And students can have jolly well good time. I do not know. I hope all my panelists will also accept this, one thing. And secondly, going by the CBSE initiatives and the circulars that we are mounted with, like AI awareness, AI appreciate, all of this are available to us on Diksha portal, not only for the teachers, but also for the students and the parents. And they certify after they finish their courses as well. I think first, dirty your hands, as Swami had mentioned few minutes back. The more you dirty your hands, you can feel the ripple effect coming in positive. Come across with differently abled children, be it gifted children or be it slow learners. I shouldn't be using the term slow learners, but somewhere where they have their abilities into different capacities. So keeping all of this in mind, AI automatically come with 3 P's. So my 3 P's are completely different. I call it as space, place, and path. So technology can allow children to do their work at their own pace, at their own path. Maybe it is keeping hybrid learning in mind, as well as a place.
The measure of intelligence is adapting to any change. Yeah. So the change is inevitable now. See, we are invaded with artificial intelligence, and like Swami was just sharing about the book, Industrial Revolution 4.0. Like we were having a format after every assessment, whether it's a short Monday assessment, midterm assessment, whatever, we would give a format to the teacher, with the name list, and against every question the teacher had to analyze and write her own comments, and after that analyze the results and see, like how Swami was telling, whether we need to revisit the concept, which are the concepts that needs to be re-looked into. So now the teachers have a lot of data, and as I understand, artificial intelligence is again, like how Dr. Roy was talking, it's engaging, enabling, and empowering. You know, the more you use the data, the more analysis could be done, right? So, with the amount of data in terms of the grades, their test scores, and also their behavioral aspects. So, if we use AI, a lot of nuances that could have otherwise escaped and the normal human intelligence could be picked up with AI. When you get a subject-wise, topic-wise, and student-wise, question-wise analysis, so all that the teachers and the decision makers, the coordinators, you know, the subject heads, they need to sit and see, like topic-wise and concept-wise, where we need to go back and do again a conceptualization.
AI has been there 20 years before as an elective in when we did college. It was there. It is still there, and it was there 20 years before also. Back then, the lecturer who was there, who gave an example of AI to us, said, okay, you are, as a human, you are climbing up or climbing down the stairs. Now assume that machine has to do that. That's AI, is what he said. Why and how? Why should AI do that? And then how will AI do that? We didn't have an answer back then. Over 20 years, the answer that we have found is that why is where today we see agri-tech, fintech, healthcare, edutech, everywhere AI use cases have been developing. That's why, because the domains have diversified. How? When it comes to how, there are two parts in the how. One part, I will relate it to the session, morning session, Professor C.B. Sharma was relating to, right? The how has two parts. That how is one part that will be solved by the technology that is available today. The advances that are available today can make things happen, like how we're talking about natural language processing, machine learning, deep learning. All of these will make it happen. The second how is basically the master who will train the machine. The master who will train the machine in education is none other than the teachers by themselves. And the teachers will have to do the job of teach, train, measure and revisit, again reteach, retrain and remeasure. This has to be done. What is the outcome of doing this, right? You might free up some time and sip a coffee sitting. Now, is this what we are going to do? Now, to get that coffee in the perfect blend that you want from a machine, you still need to teach the machine, you need to train the machine, you need to measure it, you need to revisit. That is where you're going to get the blend of perfect blend, Arabic, whatever blend that you like, that to get it, you need to spend this time. So, having said that, we as a company, we understand that this is the drill that we have to go through in achieving what we want to achieve, closer to not pushing technology to you, but understanding what you do on a day-to-day, bringing it as a use case and giving it back to you.
I'm personally experiencing with the teachers what is that. All that whatever we discussed, we have seen them. But the end result is phenomenal. I'm telling you. A teacher gone to the class, I think social science teacher, talked about Panchayat Raj, about for 20 minutes he talked. And she asked the question to the children, dear children, have you all followed? I think you all know that as a teacher, every child will say yes. I don't think any child will say no. And all these days they were taken to granted, and then we conducted the unit test or the PT 1 or 2, something like that. And finally we grade them children, these are all slow learners, they did not follow whatever is taught in the class. This is what conventionally we have been doing that. But in this introducing the deep grade, what we have done it, next day morning, before starting the next class, the teacher has given just a 2-minute test, asking them to write the advantages of Panchayat Raj. Just 4-5 line, bas itna hai, zyada nahi hai. And just collected all those papers, given to the the assistant who just scanned this machine. You have seen 40 pages in a minute. Quickly it is just scanned. And by the time the teacher completed the class and then come to the next, the report is ready. How many children have really answered to that question? And how many, have partially written? How many have written stories to fill the pages or the line? Why around 25 students out of 40 children did not write the crux of the main point of the Panchayat Raj? She understood that there was something wrong in my way of delivery. So I look at it is not only assessment the student, it is actually assessment of the teacher also.
And teachers, I believe when we talk of empowering and enabling teachers, we need to understand that teachers, जिस तरह बच्चों को आज 21st century skills सिखाने की ज़रूरत है, teachers को भी 21st century skills सिखाने की ज़रूरत है. It is even more important because teacher is working 24/7. And when you bring in some new technology into the school, when you bring in something new into, she needs to be supported by the school leadership. You can't pick up a teacher and say, देखिए अब ये नया प्रोग्राम आया है, ये है, अब आप सीखिए और चल पड़िए. There has to be provision for scaffolding, nurturing and helping teachers to tide over these rapidly changing times. The teachers today are becoming more learners than the learners sitting in your classroom. So, leaders sitting here, principals sitting here, I would like to just say one thing. I'm sure you all agree that this is the time where support is needed for empowering and enabling. It just doesn't happen like that. And teachers need to be supported because they have busy schedules, they have too much to do, and school curriculum, school timing, school systems should be made such that this teacher feels that she is being helped in her journey to become a better teacher.
You tell me one thing, if we people do not give business to Swami, where he will go and innovate, how he will innovate? You are telling that, don't stop it there. Don't become complacent. You should research more. You should give us more products. You should always improve. How he will improve? So it should be managing technology and innovation. So yet technology business has to assist, because if we all have to use technology, we tell that technology will make us will work faster, we will reduce our workload, the way of working, everything. It will make easy for student, easy for teaching, easy for learning, but then that should be allowed. So I used to have a habit of at least taking 4 or 5 rounds in the school, because I was new. I was trying to learn myself what these things work. I found every teacher's face swollen. Earlier, whenever I used to walk, they will say, "Good morning, sir," with a lot of pleasant. I don't find it. I was thinking, what happened? I had not done anything wrong. I went back to my room. I called the headmistress and principal. I told, what is wrong in our school? Told that they were also very hesitating to tell me. I saw all the faces of teachers swollen. Nobody is even smiling at me. I have not done anything wrong as far as I know. Please tell me. They tell, "Sir, the rumor going on is you are going to replace all these teachers with the computers in the classroom." So, believe it, at that time I had around 130 teachers. It took 1 week orientation to make them understand this is just a tool we are giving it to you to make your life easy. And you will reduce your workload, you will be able to teach better, and our kids will be able to understand much better. To cut down the bias towards students, we had parallel teachers. So they will give the answer set. I made a system in which, though it is checked by a teacher, not to disbelieve, so that we can cut down their errors. The parallel teacher will also have a second look. Same way the other teacher will have a look at the second teachers. So teachers have got a habit. They want to show that we are very smart. We have found out the other teacher is not so good because So she brought the paper and told, "Sir, look at this thing. Lot of manipulation." So I just went through the paper. I found in a particular child's answer sheet, child has given a wrong answer. The teacher has corrected with her own pen, and that also foolishness, with her own handwriting, and given full marks. So I called the teacher. What's the reason? The teacher told, "Sir, that boy is a very brilliant boy." So I asked, "So what?" "No, I think he should be given full marks for that thing, because in all other aspects he is excellent." One of the aspects which I really liked and did is You know, we are all human beings. We are all human beings. There is a bias. You cannot deny that thing. However you tell that, you know, we are balanced, we are do like this, there is a bias. There was a minister who was telling, you know, "Hey, what is nepotism? If I give it to my people, you know, transfer at a place, you know, which they like, what you call it?" So it's always with human beings, with the others also.
America is facing a major challenge where students do not want to come to the schools. So if technology could play the role, then they have ample modes of technology. But that's not what is important. The importance is how the educators are going to use it, how the educators are going to mold it. And that's where companies like SmartTail come up. I liked what Swami said, that please support Indians. And I was surprised, let me not name the official, but CBSE says that, you know, we are looking for philanthropic work. So that is why we are going to give Google, Microsoft, and all these people big chances of developing the content. Tell me one thing, how many educators are a part of Google? How many educators are a part of Microsoft who are developing the content? Can I have some show of hands if you believe in that? Professor C.V. Sharma since morning has been saying that role of educators, role of principals, role of leaders is very, very important. I'm totally in sync with that idea, sir. And that is why I feel if CBSE is not giving us chance, we are going to take that step ourselves. What is there to lose? What is there to lose for me? As sir said, I am a mere educator. I have nothing to lose. I have my share of students. I have my share of glory. I have my share of advancements just by seeing my students rise up. And that's what gives me pleasure. We need to give them that power where they can decide what do they want to learn, how do they want to learn it, and why do they want to learn it. And that's shift the focus to assessment for learning.
As this forum talks about integrating technology into your education, my personal submission would be, before talking about integrating technology into it, please integrate an open school system into your school education platform, where let that also not being looked at as a separate platform meant only for certain people, which also is equally potential to cater to students who are very, very unique in your own schools. They may not be performing so high in their school educations in terms of the marks or in terms of the grades, but they are certainly they are special, they're unique, and they are very, very high performance in other way. So I request that you integrate open school system in your schools, and then think about how the open school system can work with.